Yeah, she has a published book, and she's going up next. Please welcome Soaidah, guys.
Take picture, so take the picture. Take the picture with the camera.
Why is it like that?
Take the picture with the camera.
Hi everyone, I'm Soaidah, and today I'm going to recite 3 poems. The first one basically I wrote after reading a very beautiful piece of poetry written by Shams Tabriz. Whoever knows me knows that I'm a deep lover of Rumi's poetry and the love that Rumi had for his beloved Shams and the bond that they shared. And I always think of their bond as something that could never be separated, like a rose and a dewdrop, or the sun and the moon, or a candle and its light. So basically this quote is what Shams Tabriz wrote about Rumi and their relationship. He says, Mevlana Rumi is the moonlight, while I am like the sun. The eyes cannot perceive the sun of my being, but they can perceive the moon. The eyes are not able to endure the sun because of the intensity of its radiance and light. And the sun cannot attain this, and the moon cannot attain the sun unless the sun attains the moon. So this piece of poetry I basically wrote after I had read this quote, and it just moved me so much that I had to write something. And this poem is called My Luminous Shams. And for everybody who doesn't know what's the meaning of Shams, it's the Arabic word for sun. The beautiful sun is my loved one, and I am his beloved moon. We are always engulfed inside each other by this love. At times, the gravitational force steals him away from me. I flee to him swiftly and leave him unwillingly with countless modest goodbyes. I plunder hastily below the silver clouds to fling the sparkle of my beauty upon the golden hues of his fire, and we fuse together as a molten radiance. I satisfy his hunger and captivate his heart. He pacifies my tone and softens my anger. At sunset, I whisper the conditions of love unto his soul, and he holds onto me yearningly. At dawn, I soothe him with my lament of fate, and then stroke his bright face with glittering kisses. I am innocent and pure, but he is shining, gleaming, and flickering. His shimmering embrace softens my impatience. As the morning breaks, we conjugate our nuptials. As dusk approaches, he falls to my feet in sorrowful separation. Many times have I danced in the midnight skies, along the glistening stars, and crystallized upon a veiled window, waiting for my sunlight. Many times have I listened to the cries of the broken-hearted, shared their anguish, and aided them to pine. Many times have I fueled my sunbeam's hidden charisma and caressed him with a magical smile, but never has he gifted me with laughter. Many times have I ignited up darkened lovers and transferred them gently into my darling's brilliance. He gives them courage as he robs me of mine. Many times have I looted the jewels from the seventh paradise and yielded them into the halo of his warmth. He receives them in stillness, and yet I lovingly present him treasures with the hope he will accept my affectionate sheen. In the loneliness of the night, when the entire universe pursues the phantoms of sleep, I rise up, fully circled, shrouded in one moment, and striking during another. I am fully roused. Oh dear, restlessness has shattered me. However, I am a lover, and the loyalty of my love is spirited. I may be drained, but I shall glow endlessly for my luminous chance. Okay. The second poem is called He, and it's basically, I have this strange habit. When I pass people and I catch a scent of their perfume, it kind of lingers on in my mind the whole day. And so this is about one of those moments, okay? He. He is the flawless assortment of alluring and delicate, all the time replicating a perfect composition, patiently seeking for each musical note to be performed, to be depicted, and to be heard again and again. He is a mystifying oxymoron, beyond my ability to grasp meaning. He is a fleeting kite soaring out of reach in the freedom of the pastel blue sky. He is a torchbearer of such light, causing me to lose my shadow in his presence. He is that golden anniversary that everyone is eagerly awaiting to commemorate once in a lifetime. He is that unpredictable novel with a simple twist of fate that leaves you reeling at the end. He is that horror movie that gives you that adrenaline rush when the hero is about to get ambushed. He's that ice cube that touches your lips when you take a lingering sip of a passion fruit infused cocktail from a chilled crystal glass on a scorching humid night. He is the shelter of an umbrella as you hold on for dear life on a gloomy, cold, turbulent and raining afternoon. He is the scent of a man that you inhale as you pass by in the elevator, whose fragrant perfume lingers upon your senses the entire day, and whom you will never ever see again. He is that stranger that articulates in a language you will never learn, but nevertheless you fall helplessly in love with that dashing accent you hear. Oh, but if he only knew the true brilliance of his own being, if only he could see himself with my eyes, he would die in amazement. He does not know passionate love. He is yet to allow himself to be touched by that profound, innate and intense love that takes your breath away by pressing against your ribcage until you feel you will collapse of a cardiomyopathy. He is so impeccable and complete, but just so full of faults and misgivings. He is so questioning and doubtful about the roller coaster of his emotions, completely oblivious of how precious he is to me. And how very much I want him to be mine for keeps. But every second of his existence, I will echo my love until it seeps into the deep chambers of his skeptical heart. It is him my every heartbeat pulsates for, every breathing moment of mine, and every twinkling of my life. I will love and adore him 1,000,000 times more than I have the previous instant. One day he will begin to ponder why I have tirelessly remained so endlessly in his worship, and I know my efforts will never be disregarded. I know he's the only one I would want to spend my every living minutes with. And yes, every day apart from him feels like a century has slipped me by. And even if 100 years have elapsed, I would still patiently persevere another 1,000 more. Why such loyalty? Why such devotion? Why such faith? Because if you only perceive him as I do, you would not falter to endure the same forbearance. The last poem basically is on Palestine, which is a cause that I hold very dear to my heart, and it's very short. I was supposed to do a longer one, but I decided not to. Okay. Palestine. A reservation of power, of discarded tears, of being crushed brutally and forever always praying you are human. Gaze deeply to uncover the morsels of faith and might, and chant, my brothers and sisters, and pray. The moon will disclose your nights with you behind barriers, your wounds, your scars, your broken dreams. The scorching sun will count your days as you commence into the next life. Patience, my brothers, patience, my sisters. God is with you always.
That was sensational. Okay, I hope I pass by her someday. Okay, for those of you who are into Rumi philosophy and philosophy in general, I'm gonna do a promotion. I swear I'm not getting paid for these.